Reform UK to make huge U-turn on Tommy Robinson after shock reveal. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, Reform UK is reportedly set to make a monumental U-turn regarding its stance on controversial figure Tommy Robinson. This unprecedented pivot raises pressing questions about the party's integrity and its commitment to the values it claims to uphold. With the nation at a crossroads, the implications of this decision could reverberate for generations to come. Critics are quick to label this potential shift as a betrayal, one that could alienate core supporters who have rallied behind the party's original ethos. Many fear this change not only undermines the party's credibility but also signals a dangerous flirtation with extremist ideologies. Observers remember the tumultuous days surrounding Brexit, where the stakes were equally high and the rhetoric just as incendiary. This isn't just a political gamble, it's a high-stakes game that could redefine the boundaries of acceptable discourse in British politics. Tommy Robinson, a figure who has polarized public opinion, embodies a controversial chapter in the narrative of British nationalism. His affiliations and rhetoric have sparked intense debates about freedom of speech and the limits of political expression. In the past, Reform UK positioned itself as a bulwark against political correctness, championing the voices of those who feel marginalized by mainstream narratives. Yet, this prospective U-turn indicates a willingness to sidestep these principles, raising alarms among party loyalists and opponents alike. The involvement of powerful political figures in this decision only heightens the stakes. Leader Richard Tice, known for his assertive style and controversial statements, now finds himself at a pivotal juncture. As he considers embracing Robinson, the question looms, is this a strategy to galvanize a new base, or a reckless gamble that could fracture the party? The potential fallout could be severe. Just as Brexit reshaped the political landscape, this move could catalyze a seismic shift in public opinion. Historically, shifts like these often lead to unintended consequences. Many recall the impact of the Brexit referendum, where the desire for change led to a fracture within the Conservative Party and beyond. Reform UK risks following a similar path, with analysts warning that aligning too closely with polarizing figures could alienate moderate voters. Critics argue that the party is veering dangerously close to embracing ideologies that many in the electorate find abhorrent. This developing saga highlights a broader struggle within British politics, the fight between traditional values and the rising tide of populism. As the nation grapples with its identity in a post-Brexit world, the decisions made by parties like Reform UK carry weighty significance. Many fear that this flirtation with extremism could ignite further divisions, threatening the fragile unity that has held the country together through turbulent times. The implications of Reform UK's potential decision to embrace Tommy Robinson are profound. If this shift is enacted, it could mark a definitive turning point in the party's trajectory, affecting its relationship with both supporters and adversaries. The British people will not forgive a betrayal of their democratic ideals. This is not merely a matter of policy, it's a question of the soul of the nation. As public discourse becomes increasingly polarized, the role of grassroots movements becomes ever more critical. Citizens must remain vigilant and engaged, holding their political representatives accountable for their choices. The country stands at a crossroads, and the actions taken now will shape the political landscape for years to come. In the spirit of democratic engagement, it's time for the British people to voice their opinions and take action. This could mark a new era of influence, where the values of unity, tolerance, and respect for differing opinions must triumph over division and discord. Join the growing movement for a more accountable and principled political discourse. Like, subscribe, and become part of a community that stands for what truly matters. The fight for the future of our nation is just beginning, and every voice counts in this critical struggle.